Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live coverage of girls high school basketball. A little non-conference action before the holiday break as the Cardinals host the Duluth East Greyhounds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, sidelines, and two teams a little bit below 500, struggling to score, but looking for some momentum.
Yeah, I think they're pretty evenly matched, too. So, the Cardinals looking to get a win here on their home court, quite obviously. They're missing a couple players, McGrain and Casper out for tonight, so they're going to be a little shorthanded, but they've got an opportunity against the Greyhounds to get a win.
But for Coon Rapids, they're looking for their first win on home floor. Both of their wins on the road. The two games that they've hosted, though, against tough conference opponents. This is a team in Duluth East that has a vulnerability that they don't score a lot, just around 40 points per game. And if Coon Rapids can get their offense going, they have an opportunity to get back to 500.
Yeah, they've got a number of players averaging just a little under 10 points and one averaging 12. Rochelle Cooper, obviously one of the leaders for the Cardinals. She's been playing really well. She's averaging about 9.5 points and 8 boards. She's really been important on the backboards. And she's coming off a 13-point performance in the loss to Champlain Park. So they'd love to get her going just a sophomore. Great opportunity to continue her varsity career here.
Yeah, I know that I really liked what she did for the team when she was on the floor in the one game that we've witnessed. I expect to see good things from her. Aaliyah Graham, another along with her that has been really good, especially on the boards, helping the team regain and retain possession of the basketball. They hope to get back to 500. The 2 and 3 Cardinals take on the 3 and 4 Greyhounds next on CTN.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the field house, just about ready for tip-off between Duluth East and Coon Rapids. Veda Davidson against Shania Horton. The Cardinals win the first possession. Leah Graham into the front court will set the offense. Drive hard, right side. Shot's going to come up short. Rebound tipped by Horton. It comes out to Rochelle Cooper and now Leah Graham. And she shuffled her feet.
You know, Coach Pearman said one of the things, the first key he told me here tonight, Joe, is that Duluth East is going to want to be really physical. So he said our girls have to respond to that.
It's a clock issue.
That's the getting things set correctly. Official on the spot. Mackenzie Carpenter, number 35 for Coon Rapids, just a freshman getting her first varsity start tonight.
Baseline shot for Witzman won't go, but Duluth East able to recollect. Pass in the middle, taken away by Horton. Cooper at the other end throws it up as she fades away. Shot won't fall. The rebound by Sierra Fuller. Fuller pushes it ahead. Schomer stops up. She traveled.
Got a little sloppy here early on for both teams.
Well, and even without the travel, I think Coon Rapids gets the takeaway on that pass anyhow.
Yep. I mean, good defense play by the Cardinals here early on.
Full court pressure from the Greyhounds. Palmer pushes it forward to the corner, out of the reach of Cooper, and Coon Rapids turns it right back over.
Yeah, a sloppy play, and those are the things I know both coaches want to see a little of. There's Rich Wint, head coach for Duluth East. Made the trip down here in the bad weather, and they got to head back because they've got a tournament starting tomorrow, 2:30 up in Duluth East with Mounds View and Andover.
It's next weekend.
Was that next weekend?
Yeah, it's 28th, 29th. If you want to just confirm that I'm correct.
I do.
27th, 28th, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I thought. Oh, so they've got a little time off then.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's a tournament.
They have
Christmas
played a
tournament.
ton on the road. This is
have.
their 7th game on the road in their first 9 to start the season. Just 2 home games. Or no, just, yeah, against Tartan and against Osseo. Aaliyah Graham draws the contact. Will get to the line to shoot 2.
There's head coach Chris Bierman.
Graham in and out on the first. 2 teams that really struggle on offense. Coon Rapids averaging through the first 5 just under 50 points a game, 49.2. And Duluth East just 47.29. They have been held under 40 in each of their last 2 games. Graham gets 1 of 2 to start the scoring. Baseline jump shot, too much on it for Rademacher. Duluth recollects out top. Witzman, 3-pointer won't go. Rebound thrown back up by Weinset.
Now
and that is the first points of the night for the Greyhounds.
That's some of that physicality that Coach Bierman talked about underneath. Greyhounds doing a good job on the offensive boards, getting the bucket.
Yeah, 3rd opportunity on that trip. Davidson left side for Weinset. Back to Davidson. Weinset underneath all alone. Defensive breakdown, but Weinset can't finish. Horton tiptoes the line and gets it back to Graham on the run. Graham working right side, got some contact. But the ball out of bounds, no foul called. And the Greyhounds take over on the turnover. Chloe Porish into the contest for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, they thought, Chloe, normally a starter, she was relegated to come off the bench, so they had a little leadership coming off the bench. That's why Carpenter's starting. She gets that opportunity, but Porish able to come in with a little experience off the bench.
Fuller runs into traffic, turns it over on the travel, and now Duluth East going to be called for the push. Very aggressive on defense early, a 2-1 game, just over 2.5 minutes in.
Oh, and they're going to continue to be aggressive all night long. We'll see how the Cardinals, with their game plan, see if they can beat it.
Splits a double team, hands it off to Horton. It's blocked out of bounds.
Immy almost got the assist. Our camera operator, Dave Immy, one of the very best.
Horton to the paint, drops it off. Porish rolls it across the top. Horton had a piece, couldn't control. Davidson the rebound for Duluth East, and they push it back up the floor. Fuller kicks it back out. Davidson puts it on the floor, hands it off to Schomer into the lane, kicks it back out. Right wing Witzman up top for Weinset. Tipped away by Palmer. Graham went to the floor to get a piece. Ball comes loose again. Bodies falling all over. It gets ahead to Graham. She throws it up just short, and Davidson has the rebound underneath for Duluth East.
Yeah, really right now, tough sledding for both teams in terms of finding a bucket.
Another travel, another turnover. More turnovers than points for both teams early
Easily
on, and That's never how you draw it up.
No, you typically don't want to have that happen. You can avoid it.
Leah Graham working against Fuller into the front court, down the right side of the lane, back out to the corner. Porish trying to force it into Horton. Horton will draw the foul, and this one's going to be called against Piper Witzman.
That's the third personal. 3 Greyhounds with 1 foul apiece here so far early on. We'll see if that plays out in the half here.
Graham spins to the lane, runs into traffic, and she traveled. The other side of the coin is, especially Duluth East, really just 50.86 points allowed per game.
Right.
Playing pretty solid defensively.
Yes.
That normally would be a good number, except for it's 3 points higher than your points for per game.
Yeah, you'd like it the other way around if you can.
But Coon Rapids at 62 points allowed per game. Still a relatively solid defensive effort. They're not getting their first couple of games really got away from them against Andover and Blaine. Fuller hits the 3, and all of a sudden it's 5-1. Cooper, 15-foot jump shot at the other end.
Yeah, first basket for the Cardinals here in the first half.
3-point look for Witzman. This one in and out. Fuller gets it back to her. They work it to the right side. Jump shot off the mark for Weinsit. Knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal ball.
Want to give a big shout out to former head coach, girls coach Deb Peterson, who's watching tonight. We certainly appreciate the support. Miss her for sure.
Agreed. Cooper an open look at the other end. 3-pointer won't go. Battling for it is Amari Royal, able to win it back and get it to Graham. Palmer can't find room. Her pass hit a leg. And Duluth East able to scoop it up. On the run is Witzman. Weinsit, rather. It was tipped away from her, tied up on the floor. Possession arrow will favor Duluth East.
Yeah, we talked about in the opening that Cardinals missing a couple of players tonight, Callie McGrain and Aubrey Casper. So some other players are going to have to step up and contribute here tonight.
Second chance won't go. Amari Royal battling underneath, but can't keep it in bounds.
Cardinals,
just a sophomore as well.
Yep. Cardinals coming off a 10-point loss to Champlain Park. It was tied with 3 minutes remaining, and I think Coach Bierman said our inexperience kind of showed in those last 3 minutes.
Pass was a little off the mark. Coon Rapids get some hands in on it. Recovering is Schomer. It goes to the floor, tied up. This time possession arrow favors the home squad, and they'll get it back down by 2.
So you mentioned Shayna Horton with 15 rebounds against Champlain Park, and that was Helen Ben's high from a year ago. So that's pretty good company to be in.
Porish runs into a double team, and it's knocked away out of bounds. And I think Duluth East lucky because they got away with one right there.
I agree with you.
It was chopped out of her hand about middle of the forearm. Porish inbounds. Graham right side. Palmer turns and shoots for 3. It's good.
Nice spot up for Palmer, which gives the Cardinals the 6-5 lead. It's her first bucket.
Fuller steps inside, hits the short jumper, puts Duluth East back in front.
Yeah, Fuller with a nice little move because she's able to get around the defense and spot up for a short shot.
Then a steal up top. Witzman is fouled.
That's going to be a Cooper. So it's just the first team foul on Coon Rapids here so far tonight. It's a nice look from Palmer for the three. She buried it.
She is their scoring leader.
Yep.
And they would like to get her hot early if possible. A little less than 6 minutes in. Red is in his festive best.
Santa Red.
In attendance, of course. Ready to shout his support. Weinsitt to the near side. Working to Fuller in the corner. She hits another three. She's got 8 of their 10.
Yeah, they'll have to find an answer for her this evening.
Palmer down the left side. Chloe Porish steps in. Her jump shot is good.
Yeah, a nice little move to get around the defense and then puts that little shot up for the bucket. Keeps this score close.
It's a big play right there by Royal, but she is called for the foul. It looked like she got the ball pretty cleanly, punched it away out of bounds, but foul is called. And Maggie Weinsitt at the line to shoot 2.
So that's her first, team second.
Weinsitt hits them both. A 12-10 lead.
Oh, pressure defense by the Greyhounds.
Pass underneath. Royal falling away. Came back to get her own rebound. Knocked out of her hands, out of bounds, but Cardinals will keep it. Palmer, or Graham rather, is short, but gets contact. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
So that'll be the fourth team foul already. The second on Weinsitt.
And Weinsitt has the 4 for Duluth East that were not scored by Fuller. Graham hits the first. And able to hit them both. Back to a 2-point game.
Well, free throws could be really important, especially for the Cardinals, if the Greyhounds continue to foul here in the first half.
Davidson trying to work baseline, lost the handle out of bounds.
Substitution for Duluth East, number 14, Kamara Sims.
And the full court pressure has given Coon Rapids some fits. Palmer all the way to the deep corner. Weinsitt got in, got the steal. Fuller back the other way. Will lay it up and in. She's got 10.
Yeah, nice fast break there. Good, really good hustle to get that ball and get it up to her. And she's able to convert and score the bucket to make that 14-10 lead.
Graham running, dishes inside. The shot off the mark for Carpenter. It looked like Duluth East got a piece of it. Back up top. Palmer will slow things down. Up top for Aaliyah Graham. Shot is off the mark, out off of Coon Rapids.
In for the Cardinals, number 21, Shania Gordon.
Weinstead to Sierra Fuller. Spinning. Back to Weinstead at the free throw line. It's off the mark. Rebound will stay with Duluth East.
Yeah, I like the opportunity for the Greyhounds there that time down court, but again, she had a nice open look from relatively short distance, but just couldn't get it to drop.
Weinstead underneath, kicks it out to Davidson for three. It's good. A 7-point lead for Duluth East.
Travel. It's good hustle by Weinstead too, as she's able to get into that passing lane.
Greyhounds trying to extend a 7-2 streak. Get a little more separation underneath. Sims kicks it back out. Fuller Davidson on the baseline, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Palmer. Graham will carry up court. Cutting across into the paint, out for Porish. Jump shot is good.
Yeah, nice trip down court that time for the Cardinals. Worked their game plan, and Porish able to hit the shot.
Fuller has been everywhere for Duluth East tonight.
Yeah, she certainly has.
Got her own miss. Got it back. Davidson driving for the basket. Horton took a step as she was troubled on the reception of that pass. Sierra Fuller gets a breather, 10 points. Her team up by 7 midway through.
She's been solid.
Maggie Weinstead trying to shake Cooper. Up top for Schomer. And now Sims driving right side. Well defended. Go to the floor. Graham got possession, kept the dribble going, and a smart timeout by Chris Bierman, seeing his player in some trouble.
Yeah,
and knowing they need points, they need a stop.
They do. And go back to my point earlier about the physical play of Duluth East. They're really doing a good job against the Cardinals, trying to be physical and taking them out of their game plan and disrupting what they want to do. And that's, I know that one thing that Coach Bierman talked about is that we have to figure out a way to combat that.
Cooper inbounding from in front of the Cardinal bench. Double team came and nearly broke up that pass. Cooper came back for it, drives hard to the other end, gets herself a couple of chances at the free throw line.
Yeah, again, you make something happen like that. You may not get the bucket, but you do earn that opportunity from the stripe. And she did a nice job of just driving the corner and really keeping her body under control and getting that shot off. Sierra Fuller back in. Got a little bit of a breather.
Cooper misses them both. Duluth the rebound, and here is Fuller into the front court, stolen away by Cooper. Lost the handle and she traveled. Carried.
Yeah.
Turns it back over.
Yeah, and she knew. She just couldn't control the basketball, and a great steal to get herself an opportunity, but unfortunately she turned it over.
Schomer, right side for Sims. Puts it on the floor against Porish. Hands it off for Davidson up top. Davidson working against Carpenter. Flips it, and a travel by Piper Witzman. Graham stutter stepping and then cutting back between two defenders. Down low, Carpenter put it over the top. The rebound by Davidson, hounded by Horton. She'll hand it off, and Fuller crosses over to get into the front court. Showman. Horton got there late and will pick up the foul. Just the third against Coon Rapids.
Foul is called at number 21, Shania Horton. Her first personal. Team foul, number 3 of the Cardinals.
That's the third team foul on Coon Rapids.
At the line, number 20, Andy Schomer. She has one more shot.
Schomer misses the first. She missed them both. Horton has the rebound for the home team. Cooper will work up court against Schomer, left side. Double team comes over and forces the turnover off the foot of Cooper and out of bounds.
Well, again, that's just good solid defense by the Greyhounds, just forcing her to adjust what she wants to do and then losing a handle on the ball.
Nice setup,
really
Davidson, an easy basket inside, and it's a 9-point lead.
Again, you're going to see pressure defense applied by the Greyhounds. It's going to really trouble what the Cardinals want to do. And Forrest doing a good job of taking it down court.
Pass too tall for Horton, and she's double teamed as well. Davidson gets it to Fuller, and she gets it into the front court. Davidson has the last 7 points for Duluth East. They lead 21-12, just under 7 minutes remaining in the opening half. Steal by Aaliyah Graham. Good anticipation on the pass, and she'll finish at the other end.
Yeah, the Cardinals needed that, obviously. They were a little bit of a scoring drought. Just a really nice job defensively.
Fuller's shot well off the mark and out of bounds.
Graham, just really nice job jumping in the passing lane, and she's going to be able to finish, and that's the key.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to our partner Delta Airlines for every travel call tonight.
62.9 seconds.
Jeez.
Wow, that time went fast.
There we go. It was one spot number in the wrong spot.
I didn't know the decimals could shift.
I didn't either, but
in such a way. But yeah, the technology is fixed. Inbound goes to Weinstein in the middle. She scores off the glass.
nicely designed play to get that ball in, and then just a quick inbound pass.
Drive by Palmer is off the mark. And one and done for the Cardinals. Greyhounds back on the attack. Driving Davidson with the left hand, and she scores. And it's a double-digit lead for Duluth East. Porish denied at the other end. And the ball tipped out of bounds by the Cardinals. Weinsick into the corner. Witzman traveled.
And just that one extra step right in front of the official. They're going to call it every time.
Jakaya Palmer into the front court, turns away from Davidson, across for Porish. High pass settled by Graham. Double team comes. She's able to split a couple of defenders, get to the baseline, but then lost it off her knee and out of bounds. Maggie Weinstead into the front court. Cuts across to her right, works against Palmer. Shot is off the mark. Rebound by Cooper. She's fouled by Fuller.
and that's her second. Team 6th, so Cards one away from being in the bonus.
Mari Royal back in for the Cardinals. Graham will run up the right wing. And a little miscommunication as Royal went underneath. Graham passed where she had been.
Heck, I mean, I'm sure Coach Bierman, a little too many turnovers for his liking here in the first half.
I'm sure
both teams
both
too.
Coaches.
But he, you know, when you have an 11-point lead, you'll be a little happier with turnovers when you're up by that amount. But
not when they're travels. It seems like that one's like more egregious. I don't know if Graham got a piece of that, but she definitely disrupted the shot by Schomer, and it ended up missing. Cooper comes up empty at the other end. The whistle blows. There's a Duluth East body on the floor, and we're going to go with a
Cooper
foul to Rochelle Cooper
on Cooper.
Her second.
Horton back in for the Cardinals, and Cooper will take a spot on the bench.
Nia Fuller into the front court for Duluth East. Backs away from Palmer, tries her luck on the left side. Had a lane and then lost the handle, tried to pass from her backside. This is kind of creative pass attempt, but fortunately for Coon Rapids, they got a hand on the passing lane because I think it was a Weinset coming along the baseline there. Would have had an easy basket as both. Oh, it's Schomer.
No, it's Schomer, yeah. But Graham was there too defensively.
Both Graham and Palmer both went to the player on the floor. That shot too tall. Second opportunity underneath. Won't go for Witzman. It was blocked, and it's tied up on the floor again. This time the possession arrow favors Coon Rapids. 4:32 left in the first half. Palmer front court, right side, underneath. Royal is mugged. Takes some hard contact, hits the floor, and she's slow to get up, and you certainly hope she's okay.
Yeah, she took, she seems to be okay. She just sprung up. But, contact, you're going to see it here, just like a little poke in the eye. That's never good.
Nia Fuller picking up her first. Number 7 for Duluth East.
Yeah, so with 4:22 left in this half, you're in the bonus situation. But you got to hit him.
Royal able to hit 1 of 2. It's still a 10-point lead for Duluth East. Another steal for Graham behind the defense. Too much on it. Fuller comes away with the rebound for Duluth East.
Almost a steal
Royal
there.
almost had the steal, but did not. Weinsit down at the other end. Shot won't go for Witzman. A battle for the rebound, and the foul's going to go against Amari Royal.
So that'll be her second, team 5th.
Witzman inbounds to Ruby Zubic. Back to Witzman in the corner for 3. That's in and out. The rebound by Schomer. Back out to Witzman. Back to Schomer. Up top for Sierra Fuller. That pass taken away by Horton. She's on the run behind the defense and misses the layup. Back the other way comes Duluth East. Will fake the pass to Schomer. She is fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
So that's on Graham. That's her first, team 6th.
Both teams have struggled from the free throw line.
Yes.
Part of the equation that leads to our low score. Schomer able to hit the second. Palmer will hand it off for Graham. Backs away from Sierra Fuller. Working her way to the lane, kicks it out. Royal in traffic, got it to Graham, out to Palmer for three. That's off the mark. The rebound by Royal. Back up top, Graham. Down to 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Porish, long three. It's good off the glass.
Deposit that one from the bank. A big bucket for Porish. That gets her 7. Cuts the lead to 8.
Weinsit gets the foul on Royal. Will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1.
Carpenter back in for the Cardinals.
Weinsit, 6 points in the game, including 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Misses the front end. The rebound, though, by Witzman. Fuller at the top of the key. Into the post. Spinning Weinsit won't go. Carpenter the rebound.
Yeah, nice job boxing out, getting that rebound.
Stops up, gets it back for Graham, and now Jakiah Palmer, a three-pointer again off the glass. And all of a sudden, Coon Rapids back within 5.
Yeah, doesn't matter how you get them. There's a walk. Doesn't matter how you get them, Joe. Off the board, off the glass, whatever it is. A couple of threes gets Coon Rapids right back into this contest.
The home crowd getting fired up. Been waiting for a reason to get into this game.
Yep.
They've found it in a couple of back-to-back threes. And a lead for Duluth East that was at 11 just a couple of minutes ago, now down to 5.
Yeah, a much-needed timeout for the Greyhounds as you mentioned, as you watch that lead evaporate a little bit. And outside shooting for Coach Bierman's squad. Got to be happy with those last 2 buckets, obviously, to cut into this lead.
Aaliyah Graham cross midcourt. Back to the top of the key. This is Horton driving left side and scoring.
Yeah, big bucket for Horton there.
And that one just mishandled right into the lap for Aaliyah Graham. She runs to the other end, throws it up and scores. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, the wheels coming off a little bit for the Greyhounds here. And credit to the Cardinals doing a really nice job.
Zubic can't hit on the baseline. Graham the rebound, back the other way. Working against Weinsit, she'll back out in the corner. Up top, three-pointer for Palmer is off the mark. The rebound by Weinset. 80 seconds remain. Right side for Witzman. Zubic back out. Weinsit, jump shot. It's short. Long rebound. Weinsit got it, goes to the floor, kicks it out to Witzman. In for Zubic, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. 1:07 to go. Looked for a while there like Greyhounds were in control and starting to pull away. But now 10 unanswered. Has Coon Rapids back within a point. Zubic, just an 8th grader, getting some varsity time. And a lane violation against Duluth East, and that's a turnover that the Coon Cardinals will take.
Every time. And again, I know that Coach Wint can't be happy with what has happened here in the last few minutes.
Graham, her pass knocked away by Weinsit, but she stepped on the line, so it'll be Cardinal ball. Great effort. Under a minute to go. Jakaya Palmer underneath the Duluth East basket, gives it up to Horton in the lane. Too much on it. Long rebound to Veda Davidson. Drives all the way to the other end and scores.
And that's a nice bucket, and they certainly needed that.
Graham cuts back inside. Too much on it. Carpenter can't control the rebound. A battle on the floor, and the foul. No, it's going to be a jump ball.
Yep.
And possession arrow will favor Duluth East. Three-point lead, 32 seconds to go. Kiera Staley checking in for the Cards. Fuller into the front court. Hands it off. Witzman, right side. Up top to Naya Fuller. Sierra Fuller puts it on the floor against Graham. Graham not giving an inch, forces her right out of bounds. Gets the ball back on the turnover. 12.6 to go for Coon Rapids. Big possession to close out the first half. They'll get Jakaya Palmer back on the floor. And she will come down to handle the inbound. Gets it into Graham. Sierra Fuller defending across the line. Final 5 seconds. Graham gives it up. Porish just before the buzzer. It was well off the mark, but after trailing by double digits, the Cardinals able to claw their way right back into this one, and it is anybody's game as we get to the break. Duluth East with a 28-25 lead. But no lead safe, as we saw through the final 5 minutes of that first half when the Cardinals went on their run. And down on the floor with head coach Chris Bierman is our Howie Shapiro. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. Coach, down by 11, girls made a really nice effort and got back into this game. Thought there were some nice things in this game. Good defense, maybe a little too many turnovers for your liking.
We're not going to worry about the turnovers right now. We're really focusing on that defense. Like you said, they're flying around, and that's the energy we want to create. We've got a lot of young players on the team, so we're just learning possession by possession, and we're kind of excited about what we're doing.
Down by 3, what's your message to the girls coming out in the second half? It's anybody's contest at this point.
We want to win the communication battle. We want to be the team that talks more so that we don't have those easy baskets happen, and we're just going to outwork them.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We're going to take a quick break and talk about the first half right after this.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Duluth East a 28-25 lead. But they had looked like they were poised to run away with this one about midway through that first half. Sierra Fuller got hot really early, helped them jump to the lead early, and they stretched it out as far as 11 points. But then credit to Coon Rapids, both offensively and defensively, able to chip into that lead. They come back 10 unanswered points in the last couple of minutes there to get back within one. And then, last basket for Duluth East, but still, you got to feel good going to the locker room only down 3.
No, I mean you could have been 11 and more if they just really didn't step up their defense and hit from nice shots from the perimeter.
Yeah, 3 3-pointers in that first half for Coach Bierman's Cardinals. And that's weird enough. They start the second half right in front of us now, Howie.
Yeah.
With the board across the way now. 3-pointer is good for Coley Porish, and we're tied at 28.
Yeah, she's the leading scorer for the Cardinals with 10.
Her second 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Witzman was blocked. Cardinals recover. Full court pressure continues for Duluth East. Graham running through it into the traffic, throws it up, gets the contact. We'll go to the line and shoot 2.
We always talk about how important free throws are, and there are hopefully a couple of shots for Graham. She can put both in, put the first one in. Yep. Give the Cardinals a 2-point lead. She has 9.
Their first lead since it was 6-5. Schomer in traffic. Blocked away out of bounds. Witzman from underneath the Coon Rapids basket now. Backdoor. Davidson with the finish.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in the first half and how they built that 11-point lead. It's just a nice little quick inbound pass. He beat you on the back side.
She's got 13. Cooper drives to the paint. Her shot off the mark. Horton, great rebound. Out to Porish. Now Palmer for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound secured by Witzman. Weinstead across midcourt.
Yeah, gonna be on Cooper. That'll be her 3rd.
The good pick set by Sierra Fuller. And Cooper a little too aggressive trying to get through her. Schomer back to the corner. Witzman, Schomer. Low post. Back out. Schomer for 3. It's off the mark. Or Witzman for 3. It's off the mark. Schomer has the rebound. Davidson now in the low post. Trying to feed Weinstead coming down the lane. Taken away by Palmer, ahead for Porish. Porish to Cooper, too far, and Weinstead not able to get her feet back in bounds before touching.
Yeah, she tried to dance around that one. Unfortunately, she couldn't stay in bounds.
Shot clock.
Just making sure that our official there has been on the spot. That's his second time that he's noticed shot clock wasn't correct. We've got it set, I believe.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not. We're still hanging out. Now we're changing the time. Now we've got it. Yes.
There we go.
It's satisfactory.
Yes.
Palmer. Up top, Aaliyah Graham Fuller extends on defense. Graham puts it on the floor, runs right side. Double team comes, kicks it out to Porish. Palmer bobbled, has to go back for it. Picked up by Weinset defensively. Kimora Sims, again, good defensive support a couple of different times on that possession, and she comes up with the loose ball. Now Weinset. Witzman, rather, gets it to Fuller. Weinset is not that one either. Let's show her. I'll get it figured out eventually. I got 15 minutes and 45 seconds to get it figured out. It's 20, 21, 23.
Mari Royal back in for the Cardinals, or in for the Cardinals here in the second half. Had some quality minutes in the first.
And a big block right there for the sophomore. Greyhounds able to get it back up top. Weinset, Fuller, Schomer misses over the top. The rebound by Royal. Leah Graham kicks it out. Chloe Porish. High post, Horton ran into the double team, put it into the feet of Royal. She scrambles for it on the floor. Tied up, possession arrow favors Duluth East. She's battling.
She is.
We've seen that from both teams, like a number of players from both teams really not afraid to go to the floor, willing to put the effort. Fuller working against Graham. Gets into the front court, and she carried. Good defense from Aaliyah Graham.
Yeah, I mean, and again, we're seeing that from the Cardinals, just, pressure. They're trying to pressure them back. Solid defense, just troubling what they want to do. And that good job there, causing the turnover.
Underneath, Royal rolls it across the top of the iron. Rebound secured by Sims. Greyhounds quickly to the other end, poked away by Palmer, and then Palmer is going to be called for the hold as she kind of grabbed Davidson to get around her.
Yeah, trying to go after that loose basketball and picks up the infraction.
Oh
no, they called it the other way.
They called it on Davidson.
No, that's
so
her
maybe
first.
Davidson reached out after Palmer had beaten her, tipped it away, and gotten around her. A lot of full court pressure. Turnover, Witzman the finish.
They're going to call that on Sims, I believe. That's her first, team third.
Davidson reaching around Palmer to tip that out of bounds. Graham lost it off a foot. The other way goes Fuller. Trailed by Horton, pulls up and scores.
Yeah, she kind of gave a little bit of a look behind her to make sure where she was on the court and able to adjust her shot enough without any trouble.
Graham to the other end, got contact. Will go to the line to shoot two. Weinset picks up number four.
Yeah, she has 6 points. She's going to have to come out for a while. Nia Fuller will be coming back into the game for the Greyhounds.
Graham misses the first.
Graham's going to be called for the foul. She reached in, be her second. Team second.
Zakiya Hopkins on the floor briefly for Coon Rapids. Fuller, right side. Witzman puts it on the floor. Up top, Nia Fuller. Left side, Sierra Fuller. Down low, Witzman misses, gets her own rebound. That one partially blocked. And then Porish is going to be called for coming over the top.
Good job by her to continue on and get 3 opportunities. Unfortunately, she didn't get the bucket, but she'll try to earn those 2 points from the stripe.
Well, and Chloe Porish had a block on opportunity number 2.
Yep.
Kept after it on opportunity number 3, but came down a little too much.
It's just her first, team third for the Cardinals.
Witzman hits them both.
Cooper back in for Coon Rapids.
All 4 of Witzman's points here in this second half. Graham to Horton, back to Graham, up and in.
Yeah, nice job by Horton finding Graham cutting to the basket.
Well, and that's how you beat the full court pressure. Nia Fuller from the corner won't go. The rebound by Sims. Up top, Davidson. Sierra Fuller puts it back on the floor, into the feet for Witzman. High off the glass with the left hand.
Yeah, nice job by Witzman too, just to get that, use her left hand so the Cardinals couldn't do anything about defending the shot.
3-pointer for Jakiya Palmer is off the mark. The rebound by Cooper. Gets it back up to Graham. Thought about the 3. Defense comes from Sims. Cardinals rotate on the perimeter. Chloe Porish watched by Beta Davidson. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Cooper drives off the glass, in and out. Rebound by Sims for Duluth East. Witzman gets in on the right side and scores.
That's going to push the lead to 7. I mean, good job working the ball underneath and getting those points.
Well, Witzman, the last 6 points and 8 of the last 10 for Duluth East. A steal for Fuller. Hands it off to her twin, and Nia Fuller gets the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's on Porsche, her second, team 4th.
Able to get the roll. And she's able to hit them both.
That's unfortunate. Get after that, gives them the 9-point lead, and then the Cardinals turn it over.
Opportunity for Duluth East to get back into double-digit lead. Timeout by Coon Rapids.
Yeah, we saw that lead get up to 11 in the first half for the Greyhounds, and the Cardinals able to get back into the game and get, ended up by 3 at the break, but now a 9-point cushion for the Greyhounds here in this situation with the basketball.
Yeah, the Cardinals scored the first 5 points of this second half, had a lead at 30-28. And since that time, outscored 14-3.
Lots of time remaining. 11:59 on the clock.
But they were able to engineer a push late in the first half.
They were.
In need of another push here. Still early in half number 2, but Duluth East with a 9-point lead and the ball. Davidson in the corner. Working against Royal. Cuts back. Picked it up out to Fuller on the left wing. Back to Davidson in the corner. Gets around. Good recovery by Royal. Got a piece of that shot. And now Cooper trying to get up the side. Trying to throw it off a defender and out of bounds. Instead, it's turned over. Numbers for Duluth East. Nia Fuller backing away. And now gets it back. Sierra Fuller driving. I think Horton got a piece of that.
She did.
Cooper the rebound. Leads the drive. Puts too much on it. Rebound. Secured by Royal, but she traveled.
Porsche checking back into the lineup for the Cardinals.
Fuller working against Cooper into the front court. Turns back, finds room in the lane, and gets the foul. That's going to be number 4 against Rochelle Cooper.
Yeah, she had sat on the bench for a little bit with those 3 personals, and then relatively quickly picks up that 4th. So she's a little bit of trouble there. Just 2 points on the night for Cooper.
We talked about her.
We did. That's CTN curse. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, Rochelle. Sorry.
Yeah, you can blame us.
Mostly Shapiro.
That's fine. I'll take 100% of the blame.
Free throw will go for Sierra Fuller. Able to hit the second. She's in double digits, and so is her team's lead.
Turnover there.
Nia Fuller high off the glass and home.
Yeah, a little fake allowed her to get that shot. Another turnover. And just good job getting your hands in the passing lanes.
Zubit, Davidson rather, back up top. This is Adeline Yoon. Tipped away from her, recovered by Royal. She's tripped up by Davidson, and that leads to the foul. 12-point lead, largest of the night for Duluth East.
That's 5th team foul on the Greyhounds, 2nd on Davidson. Yeah, Davidson's kind of a tough situation. She's on the floor and she was tripped over, but of course is going to get called for the infraction.
Reaching in to get the steal was Witzman. Dove to the floor to get possession. Timeout called? No, foul called.
Foul.
Going to go against Kaylee Porish.
That'll be her 3rd.
That'll be her 3rd.
Yeah.
Witzman come out of the backcourt, watched by Palmer. Right side for Veda Davidson. Saw Nia Fuller on the move. She was able to recover, throw it up over her head and in.
The Greyhounds starting to build this lead. About 10 minutes remaining in the contest.
11 unanswered points. Drive for Palmer won't go. Rebound controlled by Royal in the corner. Porish will step into the three-pointer. Won't fall. Long rebound controlled by Sims. Looking for help. Finds it in Witzman.
Yeah, they just can't get anything to fall. And give a lot of credit to that to the defense of the Greyhounds. They've really done a nice job of stepping up in the second half.
Pass deflected, gets through to Sims, and she's fouled. Will go to the line, issue 2. Horton picking up the infraction.
Yeah, it's her 2nd. And now that puts the Greyhounds in the bonus situation. That'll be team foul number 7 on the Cardinals.
Good position by Jakaya Palmer, and she's going to draw the foul off the miss.
Is it on Sims?
Yep.
That'll be her second, team 6th.
So a 20-3 run over the last 6 minutes or so for Duluth East. Graham watched by Sims, able to beat her on the crossover, get to the lane. Her pass deflected, taken by Witzman. Sims had it stripped away by Graham, takes it in strong, does not get the foul. Royal recovers. Cross-court pass, Porish came back to it. Jakaya Palmer, long 3, off the mark, rebound tipped, controlled by Sierra Fuller, and Porish is going to be called for number 4.
Yeah, that's a tough foul. And again, that shot from way outside gives you the opportunity to get the long rebound, and then Porish trying to make something happen on the defensive side picks up the foul.
Going to put Fuller at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. We're just over the midway point of this second half. And again, we see Duluth East taking control and starting to build the lead. We thought about this same time in the first half that we might see the Greyhounds just run away with it, but that was not to be. Can Coon Rapids manufacture another run to get back into this one over the last 8:52?
We'll see. You know, a little foul situation for the Cardinals here.
Red having a good time.
Red
very
always
festive.
Red always has. He's always got a smile on his face. He always has a good time. What a great guy.
Well, and you know, of course, the difference here for the girls basketball, they closed off the bleachers over there, so it's team only on the far side, and the scores table obviously as well. And not all the fans over here, and you know, creating a little more separation to maybe help the players focus on the game a little more, and also kind of put them on a pedestal for the fans to look at from across the way, and pack the fans together and maybe create a louder atmosphere as well. So several reasons to try and shake it up, but Red, I was wondering, will he hang out with the students over here? Nah,
he's with the team. He's always with the team.
So Fuller shooting a 1-and-1. And the first one off the mark. Horton has the rebound for Coon Rapids, gets it to Palmer. Palmer gets it back for Porish, playing with those 4 fouls.
And we'll see if the Greyhounds go after her to see if they can get her out of the game.
Palmer, baseline. Too much on it. The rebound by Royal. Kicks it out. Graham will drive right side and does get a hold. I think they're going to call Subic. Just a sophomore. There's a lot of length to that young lady.
Sims.
Oh, they did call it on Sims.
Yep, that's her third.
There was a lot of traffic there. Graham able to hit the first, earn the second.
Yeah, really just 4 seniors on the roster for the Greyhounds.
Graham, first points for Coon Rapids in quite some time. Sims on the baseline, can't find room, kicks it out. Fuller at the back door, able to put it home and back to a 15-point lead.
Yeah, again, a quick bucket down. Cardinals certainly can't afford to exchange buckets with the Greyhounds, and there's a turnover.
Graham's pass taken away by Fuller. Fuller right back on the attack down the left wing. To Zubic underneath, turns and shoots, misses, but then gets the foul
That's
as they
Porsche.
battle for the rebound. Is it Porsche or they could call it on Horton? She was there as well.
No, they
It
did.
is gonna
They
go
did.
against Horton.
Yeah, fortunately for the Cardinals, it's on Horton. Her third personal, 9th team foul on the Cardinals.
Horton will check out. Cooper will check back in. She also saddled with 4 fouls. Second one off the mark, and I believe there was a lane infraction as well.
There was.
Palmer runs into the double team. Fuller kicks it to Davidson. Comes back. She bobbled it, but got it to Zubic, and Zubic is fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's going to be it. Royal. That'll be her 4th.
And Zubic just an 8th grader. I think she's the tallest girl who's played in this game to this point for either team.
Yeah, free throw's been a situation for the Greyhounds. They've been missing at the line. They could have built this lead even greater.
On the run, Palmer can't finish. Royal gets the rebound. She's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2, or shoot 1 and 1.
Zubic is the call for the infraction. Yeah, if she's this tall as an 8th grader, just think she's got some time to grow even a little bit more.
Rebound by Witzman. Pressure pays off. A steal for Graham and a bucket.
Yeah, the Greyhounds have to recognize that, and they need a little more help taking the ball out. Timeout, the Greyhounds.
16 now for Aaliyah Graham, including the last 9 points for the home team. But they find themselves with the time starting to tick away in a significant hole, down 13.
Big Daddy Tommy Glines spinning some music, or is that Mike DuPont? Either one.
Weinset out of the backcourt, trailed by Amari Royal. Left side for Sims, working against Graham. Stops up, needs help, gets it back to Sierra Fuller. Fuller at the top of the key, 15 to go on the shot clock. Looking underneath, Sims turns and scores.
Yeah, nice find. Nice job by her to find Sims.
Quickly to the other end, Amari Royal with the bucket. Davidson all alone for 3, but it's off the mark. Graham has the rebound and runs away from traffic. At the other end, her shot is short. The rebound by Palmer. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
And good pressure defense for the Cardinals, forcing issues for the Greyhounds getting it down court. But then when you have those numbers down court, you usually leave somebody open. They couldn't hit the shot.
And for the Cardinals, number 34 is Kyle Hopkins.
Zakiah Hopkins back in. Does mean you have to take somebody out.
Yeah, you can't play with 6.
Well, you know, new rule. When you're down by more than 10.
He can play extra player.
Palmer hits them both.
Big free throws again, and now you see the pressure. Greyhounds beat it.
Davidson left side into the corner. Nia Fuller will bring it back up top. Work it around to Sierra Fuller in the right corner.
Yeah, that's a carry.
Forced by the defensive pressure
again
by Jakiah Palmer.
Cardinals trying to whittle away at this lead. It's 11 now. It was up to 15, I believe. 15 was the biggest, I believe, for the Greyhounds.
Shot for Graham won't go. Battle for the rebound. Still loose on the floor. Comes free to Witzman. Davidson will hand it back to Weinstein, and now back to Davidson to get into the front court.
Greyhounds would love a bucket this trip down.
Good movement. Sierra Fuller with the scoop in the lane.
Yeah, really nice movement. Pushes the lead back to 13.
Royal left alone down low, and she scores. Cooper gets in, gets a steal, gets a foul. Will go to the line.
Foul is called on number 23, Piper Witzman. Her second. Team foul number 10 at the line.
Witzman's second team foul. That puts the Cardinals now in the double bonus.
Cooper misses them both. The rebound for Davidson. They pass through the full court pressure. That pass out of the reach of Nia Fuller. Tried to argue that it was tipped. Not the way the referee saw it.
Porsche back in with her 4 personals. We have 3 Cardinal players on the floor with 4.
Graham throws it up and puts it down.
That gets the lead under double digits.
Backdoor feed. It's missed by Schomer. The rebound by Cooper. She gave it up. The miss by Weinstein. Davidson can't get it to go. She had it again, and then it's ripped away by Graham. Great balance to stay in bounds and get it to Porish. Porish on the run will hand it off for Cooper for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound controlled by Davidson. Line set, and now Nia Fuller into the corner. Timeout Duluth East, 4:19 left in the second half.
Well, they've had that 15-point lead go now down to 9 with possession of the basketball. I think the Greyhounds, Joe, would like to, take as much time off that shot clock as possible with that 9-point lead. But Cardinal defense has been doing a good job of just troubling them and pestering what they want to do.
But was the hole too deep? That was a long run through the majority of this second half. The 20-3 stretch until just past the midway point.
We'll see what Coach Went draws up here.
Inbound will come from the near side. Piper Witzman looking for a teammate, finds Weinset, and now Schomer back underneath. Witzman turns and scores.
Oh, they drew it up well, got the bucket, puts the lead back to 11. Now they're gonna
put Cooper back at the line to shoot 2 more. Nia Fuller guilty of the block. Sierra Fuller back in. Couple of misses, and Sierra Fuller with the rebound, but then punched away from her by Cooper. Cardinals recover. Palmer looking for some room. Will step in. Left-handed shot is short. Nia Fuller has the rebound. Weinset gets it back to her. Fuller's pass, tip taken away, and then stolen right back by Sierra Fuller. Davidson alone, missed it. Rebound tipped around. Horton had her arm hooked, but no call.
Yeah,
that
a little surprising.
play continues. Witzman in the corner. Weinset. Pass deflected. Sierra Fuller had her pocket picked by Graham, but can't keep it in bounds.
Yeah, again, the Cardinals defensively doing a good job of getting in passing lanes, getting a finger on the ball.
And Coach Bierman at the half said that's our greatest focus. We're learning possession by possession, but want to shore up defensively and worry about defense more than anything else. Davidson into the front court. Rotate to Weinset. Her pass out of the reach of Nia Fuller. Turned over to the Cardinals.
Porish.
Cooper and Porish back in. 3-pointer for Cooper off the mark. Fuller has the rebound. She will get to the front court and slow things down. Corner, Davidson. Pass taken away by Horton. Porish to Graham. Spins off contact. Drives to the lane. Up and in.
Well, that's 20 points for her. She's really had a nice game here.
Under 2.5 to go. Witzman pressured. Looking for Davidson. Taken away by Cooper. On the break. Slows and scores. Timeout, Duluth East.
7-point lead for the Greyhounds. Cardinals again just not giving in. They're again chipping away at this one. I mean, just good defense there. Look, forces the turnover. Nice job by Cooper taking it to the bucket.
They've cut the lead essentially in half or more. Was once 15 points. Now back within 7. But still a long way to go to get back in this one. Only 2:15 left on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give the Cardinals a lot of credit. They were down by 11 in the first, chipped away at that one to be down by 3 at the break, and down by 15 in the second. They've been chipping away to be down by 7. The Greyhounds certainly need a bucket.
Witzman inbounds to Weinset. Ahead for Nia Fuller. Her pass deflected but got through to Davidson. Backdoor, Sierra Fuller scores.
Yeah, big bucket there. They needed it.
Palmer able to get through a double team. Drives around Weinset. Missed the mark. Royal the rebound. Kicks it out. Cooper for 3. This goes off a big bounce. Oh, it's a 6-point game. Weinset puts it on the floor into the corner. Nia Fuller back out. Weinset. Greyhounds are more than happy to whittle away at the clock. That pass looking for Nia Fuller underneath was not touched. It's a turnover, 1:22 to go.
Sims back in for the Greyhounds.
Graham. Coast to coast off the glass and home.
Lead's cut to 4. Now you see the pressure again by the Cardinal defense. Greyhounds having a difficult time getting it out. And then Palmer's going to pick up, I believe, the infraction.
Well, it's just her second.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you put a pretty good free throw shooter at the line. Able to get the roll on the second one. She's got 18, and it's back to a 6-point lead. Graham battling in the lane will get the foul on Weinset. Will go to the line to shoot 2. 1:01 on the clock. Oh, they call it on Witzman.
Yep, that's her third. Free throws really obviously very important in this situation. She's at 23 points on the night.
Second one won't go. Witzman the rebound. Get it to Sierra Fuller. Her pass to Nia Fuller
I think it was touched.
Behind and
I don't know.
out of bounds. The refs did not see that it was touched.
Cardinals got a break.
That was certainly the argument from Coach Richard Wint and his staff, but falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you can see it right there.
I think Gordon certainly had a hand on that. Perspective, Shapiro.
Perspective. We're going back to that word. We started that Tuesday.
Yeah, there was a lot more perspective involved in Tuesday night.
Yes, much more.
Witzman giving it back to Weinset. She steps through as she gets fouled.
Well, maybe that's not a bad foul because if you hope that the free throw shooter misses it, it saves clock time by stopping it.
But an opportunity if she hits just one of the two to make it a 3-possession game.
Absolutely.
No, she would have to hit both.
Yeah, see, there you go. Now, if she misses this one, then that's a pretty good foul because you save time on the clock.
And it was not one against one of your players who had 4.
Right.
Mindset able to hit 1. It's a 6-point lead. Porish right wing. Graham up top. Driving the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around.
That's a big
Greyhounds
rebound.
able to secure it in under 15 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to foul.
Graham will take the foul and put Davidson at the line to shoot 2, 11.9 to go. Now if she hits even 1, it's a 3-possession game. My math is correct.
That's the Minneapolis math. It's like, yeah,
it
it's a 1 or 2.
It struggles from time to time.
Absolutely. I deal with the same problem.
Couple of opportunities at the free throw line to put the Cardinals away, and the Greyhounds have not been able to do so.
They have not.
Long rebound. Graham gets it on the run. Right side. Palmer looking for room. 5 seconds and less. 3-pointer is up. It's off the mark. And Graham's going to put it home as the buzzer sounds, but they are going to come up short on their bid at a comeback and lose this one 61-57.
Yeah, valiant effort, obviously, to cut that lead in the first half and again cut it here in the second half, but unfortunately they couldn't get it all the way back. But Graham with a big night with finishes with 25 on the evening.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jakaya Palmer struggled to find rhythm offensively.
She
Finished
did.
with just 8. We saw Kaylee Porish hit some big 3-pointers, but then got into the foul trouble and really didn't have many looks at good shooting opportunities after that time. And again, you go away offensively for 7 minutes early in that second half, and you're outscored 20-3 over that stretch. It's awfully tough to recover.
Absolutely is. But they live to fight another day, and they've, they know that they can play solid defense. They know they can give teams a lot of trouble. It's just offensively they need to continue to try and get that score up.
And the Cardinals will continue looking for their first win on the home court. Here's what we have coming up for you here on CTN. Girls hockey against a top 5 ranked Minnetonka squad. Afternoon affair at the Crick on Saturday. Puck drop at 3 o'clock. Boys hockey over at Roseville to take on the Raiders.
The Raiders.
On Saturday the 28th. And then we see the boys basketball team on Friday, January the 3rd. Our first contest of the new year when they host Two Rivers. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Duluth East 61, Coon Rapids 57. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.